Look at the pictures. Do you know how we can have all the colorful things around, such as the ones in the picture? All of these colorful products make use of pigments. What are pigments? What are their uses? At the end of this lesson, you should be able to state what pigment is, list the uses of pigment. Pigments are fine solid particles that absorb some colors of light and reflect other colors. Pigments give color to paint, food and beverage, fabric, and various cosmetics products. There are two types of pigments. There are natural pigments and artificial pigments. Natural pigments can be found naturally from minerals, plants, and animals. Artificial pigments are pigments made from chemical components. Now that you have learned what a pigment is, let's continue to find out their uses. Our sense of taste is closely related to our sense of sight. Beautiful and colorful foods appeal to our senses and they seem to look tastier. Food colorings due to pigments give color to foods and make them look more appetizing. The pigments used in food coloring can be either natural or artificial. Some of the common natural coloring are pandan, turmeric, carrot, and caramel. Some of the common artificial coloring are tartazine, sunset yellow, erythrosine, and aniline. Unlike natural colorings, artificial colorings may cause allergic reactions to certain individuals. Some artificial colorings can also be carcinogenic or cancer-inducing. Pigments are used in cosmetics or makeup to enhance the beauty of the human body. Cosmetic colorings use pigments that are organic or inorganic. Click at the various makeup products to know more about the pigments used. The most widely used form of eyeliner is kohl. The pigment kohl is obtained from galena or lead sulfide and stibnite. Eye products usually use the following pigments. Manganese violets. This strong violet pigment is a complex of manganese ammonium pyrophosphate. Ultramarines. The ultramarine family of colors include blue, pink, and violet. Ultramarine blues are synthetically produced from sodium aluminosulfosilicates. The red color of lipstick can come from iron oxide or rust or from organic pigments. The pigment is crushed very finely and mixed with castor oil. This pigment mixture is then mixed with a wax base to form the lipstick. Carmine, also called cochineal, is a pigment of bright red color obtained from the carminic acid produced by the cochineal insect and is used as a general term for a particular deep red color. Nail varnishes use pigments that are made from oxides of iron or titanium. We use paints to beautify and protect our homes, buildings, and offices. Paints consist of ground-up pigment in some type of liquid, either water or oil. The pigments in paints are made up from 4 different types, such as mineral pigments, earth pigments, dye pigments, and alchemist pigments. Pigments that come from minerals such as azurite, blue, hematite, red, and malachite, green. Earth pigments are actually ground clay, for example, red ochre, yellow ochre, and burnt ochre. Dye pigments are created from plants or animal products that are put through dye processes. Alchemist pigments refer to pigments that are created through some sort of chemical process such as deliberate burning or corrosion. Similar to paints, inks, and watercolors, use pigments from a variety of sources that give them the bright and vibrant colors. Inks for printing purposes use the combination of three basic colors, that is, red, blue, and yellow, to produce other colors. Mixing certain pigments to produce the desired color produces watercolors. Name the pigment by keying in the correct letter in the spaces provided. Use the clues to help you. Click the check button to check your answer.
Your answer is correct.
Click on the correct answer. Pigments are fine solid particles that A. Reflect all colors of light, B. Absorb all colors of light, C. Absorb all colors of light and reflect none, D. Absorb some colors of light and reflect other colors.
Your answer is correct.
Which of the following pigments are derived from plants? A. Aniline, B. Turmeric, C. Iron oxides, D. Cochineal.
Your answer is correct.
All of the following are natural pigments except A. Aniline, B. Carmine, C. Caramel, D. Pandanus.
Your answer is correct.
Which of the following are uses of pigments? 1. To make cosmetics, 2. To make food coloring, 3. to make dyes and paints.
Your answer is correct.
A natural coloring. Extracted from plants. Used as a dye to color hair and fingers. The information above refers to a particular pigment. What is a pigment? A. Coal. B. Henna. C. Keratin. D. Cochineal.
Your answer is correct.
In this lesson, we learnt that what pigments are, uses of pigments. Pigments are fine solid particles that absorb some colors of light and reflect other colors. There are two types of pigments. There are natural pigments and artificial pigments. Mixing pigments to produce a variety of bright and vivid colors produce watercolors. Dyes and paints use pigments to give them the attractive and bright colors. Pigments are also used to give color to cosmetics such as lipsticks, mascara, nail varnish, and eyeshadows. Natural and artificial pigments are used in food coloring to enhance the color of food and make them more attractive and appetizing. Flowers, corals, and even animal skin contain pigments that give them their colors. More important than their reflection of light is the ability of pigments to absorb certain wavelengths. Because they interact with light to absorb only certain wavelengths, pigments are useful to plants and organisms that make their own food using photosynthesis. In plants, algae, and cyanobacteria, pigments are the means by which the energy of sunlight is captured for photosynthesis. The most common pigment in plant is chlorophyll. Another common pigment in plant is carotenoids. The colorations in animals are due to pigments that are found in their skin and feathers. The pigments that can be found in animals are guanine, keratins, and melanin.